All right, let's go straight football today. I'm pumped up for this. Boy, I'm pumped up for straight football today as we got I'm going to talk about the Miami Dolphins. But before I do, I want to talk about the game later this afternoon. First, Love is not playing tonight for the Packers. They're going with Malik Willis. I think that's a good move because for some strange reason, they just play better with Malik Willis. And Willis had a full week of practice, so I expect Green Bay to win tonight. They're already backed into the playoffs. Trust me, they backed in. And we'll see them in 2 weeks wherever they go. They can be in Chicago, they can be in San Francisco, they can be in Seattle, but we'll catch them somewhere in 2 weeks. We'll catch them. So we got Houston and the Chargers later. Herbert's on fire. The Texans' defense has been second to none in the planet right now. But like I said before, what you find this year, which is fun, you got Houston finally living up to expectations. No quarterback right now is on point more than sunshine down in Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. He was like Clemson, Trevor Lawrence right now. Seattle, they're juggernaut. I can tell you that right now. They're a juggernaut. Rodgers is getting it going right now. Even though they lost that game to Seattle, the Rams to me are still the team to beat in the league, in the NFL. Who knows with Philly? Chicago, very surprised, very impressed with Ben Johnson. And of course, to me, the coach of the year, what Kyle Shanahan has done in San Francisco with his two best players out, Warner and Bosa, is amazing. With all the injuries they've had. And Brock Purdy's playing very, very well at the right time. See, when your quarterback begins to peak right now, that's a good sign for your team because the playoffs is in 2 weeks. For most, only two number ones, one in the AFC, one in the NFC. Denver loses next week. They'll be the 3 seed. Jacksonville will be the 1. New England will be the 2. And of course, Pittsburgh's the 4. I think both leagues are very live. I do. I can see Green Bay as the 7 because Green Bay is built more as a dome team than they are playing in Lambeau. Jordan Love, we saw him 2, 3 weeks ago on Pat McAtee. He basically said he hates playing in the Colts, and his contract is up after next year. So we'll see with him. Okay. So we had a lot of drama around the Miami Dolphins the last 2 weeks with Tua Tagovailoa seeing his last days in Miami. I think that's good for both sides. But before we get into that, let's get into what's on the formula. For the first time in God knows when, the Dolphins. That's right, the Dolphins. You got to go 20 years where they have a franchise player on one side of the ball, which is Devon Achane, and a franchise player in the defense side of the ball, which is Jordyn Brooks. Now, congratulations to Achane. What's up, Bargoff? Happy New Year to you. Congrats to Achane. He made the Pro Bowl. Jordyn Brooks did. I still can't get over that. Can't get over that. The beautiful thing about this is now Miami has some building blocks. I love the kid Paul at left tackle. He's gonna be a 7-time All Pro player in Miami. I like uh, they can add another linebacker, and they can add um, a good right tackle, a physical, big 300-pound, like 325, 330-pound moose at right tackle. I ain't buying anything Austin Jackson does. Brewer is good. The kid they took in the second round is pretty good. And of course, Paul's outstanding. On the other side of the ball, where I would focus on is getting an edge rusher, another linebacker. They love the kid from the Hurricanes. They love him. And I would definitely take a corner on physical hitting safety if I'm them. But of course, I'm not them, and you know their history when it comes to drafting. It's not good at all. It's horrible. It's horrific. And this is what happens when you, as a fan base, brag every year and end up looking like effing idiots. Does it ring a bell, Dolphins community, EM and company? Does it ring a bell? Reasons and the rest of you. Oh my God, my ass. Okay? And you know who fault it is? That quarterback that you morons in the Dolphin community was bragging about so much. You know who fault it is? That he is no longer uh broken down. Know why that is? Because of you people, along with the dumbass owner. I said it's going to be 6 years now. I said 6 years ago that this kid could be the best game manager in the league. Everybody came down on me. You had ass clowns in the Dolphin community. It always comes back to the Dolphin community, doesn't it? All this ineptitude and bullshit talk always comes back to EM and company. That's what I call the Dolphin community. EM and company. Doesn't it always come back to that jackass and the rest of those fools? Gassing this kid up. A lot of these ass clowns trying to tell me that that broken down quarterback is better than Dan Marino. Yeah, your mind? He has the arm of God according to reasons and our good friend Eric McIntosh. Really? Oh, really? And now he's broken down. And the man who drafted him, and he's always going to live in infamy of passing on Justin Herbert and Jordyn Love. Chris Greer, now he's in the street. And now you're going to leave the drafting up to some guy that no one's ever heard of. Champ something. Oh, yeah, champ, so champ. You go out there and give us 3 to 4 first 5 picks in each round, beginning now. That's going to be a major impact on the team. And then I'll give you some credit. As far as the piece of shit Dolphin community goes, hey, look, it couldn't have happened to a better group of ass clowns. How's my boy Ali doing? The one that was bragging so much about how great this team is. Yeah, really? Well, did you guys ever get to the second round? No. Did you ever reach the championship game? No. Did you get to the Super Bowl? Oh, hell no. They didn't get to no Super Bowl, Mace. Did they beat good teams? 4-20 in the last 6 seasons, and most of that was with Minka Fitzpatrick. Okay? And now, all these guys, Shake Money, Lewis, these ass clowns, nothing to be said about their great QB, Tua Tagovailoa, the arm of God, according to the Canadian Mountie, and of course, the ass clown himself, Eric McIntosh. Put the initials together, you know who I'm talking about. Okay? And you know me, I'm loving this. It was the same EM who had the audacity to come up and tell me that the greatest backfield in history, by the way, happy birthday to Larry Zonka today. The greatest fullback to ever ran a football. Okay? All right? tell me. Okay, you guys tell me about this great football team. Supposed to be 3-time Super Bowl champions, according to many of these asshole concept creators who don't know a goddamn thing. Okay? It's comedy that these assholes who think they know everything and never saw a goddamn thing. Let's repeat that. Think they know everything in the fucking dolphin community and never seen them do a goddamn thing. Oh, I love it. I love it. And anytime I can go off on this group of losers, I'm going to do it. Right now, it's perfect time. I mean, and I know there's many Dolphin fools out there, and these guys are idiots. They want their quarterback to throw 45 touchdowns a year and 7 picks and be entertained and lose than the way and the direction the Dolphins are going and win in a couple of years when they get cap flexibility and they'll have their foundation in place. And I want these Dolphin community guys who are on their knees bowing to Tua, Shake Money and company, to go wherever he goes next. You know the sad thing is, he's going to perform next place he goes. I'm going to tell you that right now. His agent is going to make sure he gets into a place where he can thrive, which is in a ball game management situation. And the ass clowns and the Dolphin community are right now looking stupid. Like they always do. It's nothing new. I mean, this is the Dolphin community at their best. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of ass clowns. You know what I'm saying, folks? It couldn't, I'm telling you, it couldn't have happened to a better group of morons. You know, Tuanon's already gone. They're in their Winnebagos going out to the Glendale for the Fiesta Bowl. And hoping that this guy they got now could be the next savior wherever he goes next. And I guarantee he'll be a bust. Why don't you, assholes from Tuanon, why don't you go to Charlotte where Bryce Young is? No, they're not going to go there because, number one, Bryce Young is a real black quarterback, and they're not going to follow him. Of course not. This is the Dolphin community we're talking about, right there? Right? Right. That's right. A bunch of cock-sucking losers is the Dolphin community. Okay? A bunch of cock-sucking losers. I love it. All right, I love it. All right, let's get back to the story at hand. We're going to do some football stories, including a team that, oh boy, Lewis said was going to be the next dominant team in the NFC. You guessed it, the sorry-ass Lions. I'll get to them. Okay. And I love Dan. Is Dan Campbell in the hot seat now? Oh, I love it. I'll get to that. Let's get back to Miami, okay? They found a franchise running back, but I would rather him being complemented by a power back that can get you those tough 2 yards for a first down or fourth down. Yeah. But right now, it's looking good in Miami. Finally. They got 2 faces of the franchise, one on defense, one on offense, but they can build around. Up 2 players where, if you're a Dolphins fan, you can finally buy a player's jersey you can trust, especially Achane. Unless, next year he's up for a new deal. Unless the Dolphins want him to do it again, and if he does, you know what's going to happen. Achane's going to be on a team near you in 2027. That's just the way this dumbass franchise does business. And their sorry-ass fan base go along with it. What happened to all that praising that the Dolphin community? Matter of fact, before I say that, let me say this. Remember those ass clowns in the Dolphin community, quote, said that if you criticize Chris Greer, you are a racist? Are these fucking scumbag ass clowns out of their minds? Really? Oh, really? And how did that work out for you? How did that work out, you dumbasses? How did that work out? I don't see these guys now around, do I? Where are they? You have that Canadian Mountie bragging over there that he's without him there'll be no dolphin concept creators. It's because of him they are. Really? And last I checked, EM doubles your subscribes and Doug triple your subscribes. Totally do wrong. Shout out to both of them. All right. I mean, where are these guys in the dolphin community at? Where are these piece of shit scumbags at? Where are they? Ever since the train derailed, or the Titanic, which most dolphin fans have been writing on since 1994. Okay? Where are they? Oh, by the way, today is day 18,765 since the Dolphins held up the Lombardi Trophy. Let me repeat that, Dolphin fans. 18,967 today since you last held up the Lombardi Trophy, which I can say 90% of you never saw happen. Yeah, where's Manzano at? Where is he? The man who said a month ago up here that the Dolphins drafted Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor back in 2007, 2008. Really? Oh, God. I get so many receipts on these fucking ass clowns. Especially you, Ian. Go ahead, okay? You're going to be my whipping boy up here. Okay? You're always going to be my whipping boy. What's Chris at? Who used to put Star Wars emojis for tour? Yeah, where is he at? Where are all these guys at? The only guy I see doing content is the Canadian Mountie and TD and Doug. Where's the rest of you at? All of a sudden, the laptop froze since the Wonder Boy quarterback is now broken down, who I blame Stephen Ross for, by the way. What? And you all, by the way, all you assholes in the Dolphin community owe Brian Flores an apology. Forget me. I'm going to be whipping your ass, Dolphin community, every chance I get up here. I'm going to be whipping your asshole up here. You all owe Brian Flores an apology. And isn't it bad karma for this mental midget, this broken down, and I said this 6 years ago, this broken down piece of shit quarterback who back in August of last year when he got his money, he stole his money from that I just hate Ross so much. And went on Dan Le Batard's show and totally destroyed Brian Flores, calling him a very bad person. I don't see other people calling him that, except for this fucking piece of shit midget. I don't see nobody else calling Brian Flores. As a matter of fact, I hear nothing but praise about Brian Flores. Except for this mental midget piece of shit that this Dolphin community, dumb assholes, put on a pedestal. Okay? All right? Okay? Are we solid? No, I will never be solid with the Dolphin community. As long as I can breathe, there will be enemy, and the only enemy I have on social media. Okay? All right? Let's get back to this team, okay? it's unknown which way they're going. Right now, they're below average of a team right now, and they're going to be that way because they're going to get rid of the mental midget, as I nicknamed them 6 years ago in TD's chat, peanut brittle, and he ended up being penny. Not only ended up peanut brittle, ended up a mental buffoon. He's going to get his 200 million off the Dolphins on June 1st. Really March 12th, but June 1st. And Stephen Ross got what he deserved. And now the Dolphins are in cap hell. And I can tell you right now, if you're one of these delusional ass clown fan base fans from the Dolphin community, you're gonna have a long 3 years. Enjoy it. Sit back and relax. It's gonna be a rough one for you. And as for myself, I got a major announcement. I'm gonna keep it for tomorrow, but right now I'm back in a good place with this team. All right, let's see. The Conorstones. Achane, Brooks, Sailor, the kicker and the punter, Paul, and the left tackle. The left guard. Right there is your foundation. Now, I'm not going to address Lamar Jackson until he is traded. I don't know where he's going. Jets got number ones. I can see the Browns. For the way the Dolphins play football now, just for the record, Lamar will fit in well because they're not going to be a throw down the field team anymore. They're going to be like they play in Baltimore, keep it close to the vest, and play game management football. And Lamar can do that very well. Been handing off to Derrick Henry the last 3 years and whoever was before that. So if you get him, it's a good fit for what they want to do on offense. Yeah. With Waddle and Waller and a couple of other tight ends, then he would fit well with Miami. Now, Miami's got a top pick, so Baltimore will trade him to Miami. I would give him a 1 and a 4. Baltimore would take that. If Miami lose these 2 games, they'll finish, I believe, 6 or 7. And you can trade up with the Giants to get your quarterback, Mendoza. You could do a number of things picking in that spot up high now. Do I see them doing it? Yes. Not for Mendoza. I can see them doing it for Lamar. I don't know about Mendoza. I think a team like the Jets may go for Mendoza because they got 5 number 1s in this draft. Jets are looking real good right now, folks, and they know how to draft, unlike the Dolphins. And these concept creators, to me, the number 1 question I will be asking day after day after day, but these assholes are not going to do that. Can this team finally hit on 5 draft picks a year and put those guys on the field? Can they do that? That is going to be a question moving forward. That's going to be a major question moving forward for the Dolphins. Major question. That's the key to the franchise. Can they draft better? Can they hit on some gems the next 5 years? Build a foundation where all the players are Dolphins, not getting some free agent off the street or trading for, like they made the mistake with Tyreek Hill. That was a mistake because you brought in baggage and it soured the locker room. And it's mighty funny, the guys they got rid of in the locker room You know who they are now. I know people are killing that quarterback about how he would call. Remember, he got the C on his jersey, which is embarrassing. I would never give him that C. Of course, that was a Stephen Ross, Chris Greer blunder. And by the way, getting back to Chris Greer, where are all those assholes in the Dolphin community that said that if you criticize Chris Greer, you're a racist? Where they at? Of course, they're nowhere to be found. Okay, they're nowhere to be found. I tried to say that earlier for years now. And now I got the receipts of smoking gun on these assholes, and I will start trolling them very soon. When they come up into my algorithms, you'll start seeing me troll them. Okay. Looking around, and let me finish with Miami real quick. I love, I shouldn't say love, I like, there you go. I like the direction they're about to go. Power running game and the defense. And these two guys right here are the foundation of the Dolphins, plus Paul, Waddle, Waller, the kid they took in the second round, the left guard, Seiler, and the two linebackers. That is your future. Now in Miami. And that's not bad to build on. They're the three, not the first round pick from this past year. I heard he is not good. The other guys beneath him, who they picked, have developed very nice. So right there, you're building a defensive line. And if I'm the Dolphins, I will either go right tackle, another pass rusher, another end, and DB help, safety, cornerback. That's where I will go. I will also listen to trading down with the pick. And the reason is this is a terrible quarterback draft. Everybody's waiting for 2027. That is the bonanza in Philadelphia in 27, April of 27. So we'll see. And that's why I put the unknown, because the Dolphins are the unknown now. They finally did some smart things by getting rid of that stupid passing game and going for power running game. I love Brooks. Of course, there was ass clowns in the Dolphin community who didn't like the pick when they took him, when they signed him as a free agent. The best thing Chris Greer has ever done in Miami was get that man number 20. Now they're rocking the Miller and pay the man. Like, pay both men. They're your franchise now in Miami. You got Houston and the Chargers today. Both teams on a heater, as they will say. That defense against Herbert today. Wow. And then tomorrow, I will be doing these Dolphins against Tampa Bay plus Seattle at Carolina. I'll skip Philly and Buffalo. I'll take a nap. And then I'll be raring to go for what would be the best Sunday night game of the year. The Rampaging Bears against the hot and rolling 49ers tomorrow night. That's going to be a hell of a game. So, we got some good games tomorrow. Let's take a look at the final week of the season, shall we? And I'll tell you what I like in the last week of the season. Okay. And oh. Hmm. Now, next week, I can tell you, there's only going to be really one 4 o'clock game that's going to matter, and that game may be moved to 8:30, and that is Denver and the Chargers. Chargers win today, they win next week, they win the division. Jacksonville becomes the 1 seed. So let's see next week. Saints and Falcons going to be at 1 o'clock. Jets and Bills 1 o'clock. Lions and Bears may be 4:30. Browns and Bengals 1 o'clock. Chargers and Broncos will be either at 4:30 or 8:20. Colts and Texans 4:30. Titans and Jaguars 1 o'clock. Cardinals and Rams 4:30. Chiefs and Raiders 4:30. Packers and Vikings, that could be 1 o'clock because the AFC NFC is all wrapped up except who's the top seed. Dolphins and Pats will be 1 o'clock. Cowboys and Giants 1 o'clock. Commanders and Eagles 1 o'clock. Ravens and Steelers will be at 1 o'clock. Seahawks and 49ers. Panthers and Buccaneers 4:25 or 8:30. So the three possible night games next Sunday night: Seahawks and Niners, Panthers and Buccaneers, Chargers and Broncos. The other two will be at 4:25 Eastern time. So, and then next Monday, not this one coming. Next Monday will be Black Monday. And you know I love Black Monday. I'm going to have pictures of coaches who could be fired. And I'll be on the air that day at 8 o'clock in the morning to do Black Monday. Okay? No one does Black Monday better than me. So next Sunday, we'll either be in San Francisco, or we'll be in Denver next week. Maybe in both. Maybe in both. And if that's the case, my early game next Sunday will be Packers and Vikings. Love out today. They can manage with Malik Willis. So. Also, let me go back to the NFL real quick. Let's do the standings for a reason, especially the AFC. All right. Right now, Patriots and the Broncos are the 1 and 2 seeds. Jacksonville, this is the key. If New England loses one game and the Broncos lose to the Chargers next Sunday and Jacksonville wins out, Jacksonville will be the 1 seed because they will have finished 10 and 2 in the AFC. Right now, if the Jaguars win out, they will be the 2 seed at least. If the Broncos or the Patriots lose one, or both of them lose next week. If not, Jaguars would be 3, Pittsburgh 4, Chargers 5, Bills 6. So you may be looking at a Bills Jacksonville first round. And the Texans are 7. And you don't want to be New England or Denver with that team coming to your city. You wouldn't want that. So whoever's the 2 and the 3 seed and the 4 seed, 2, 3, and 4, your matchup in 2 weeks is not going to be fun. It's not. Well, on the NFC, the Seahawks are 1. The Bears are 2. The Eagles are 3. The Panthers are 4. Right now, the way it's looking, the Rams are going to win both of their games. So put the Rams at 5. Niners at 6. Packers 7. That can change by either 7:30 next Sunday night or 11:30 Eastern time next Sunday night. The Bears will either be 2 or 1. They won't go any lower. They'll either be the 2 seed or the 1 seed. Seattle could be 1, 5, or 6, no lower. What a year that happened. 6-2 at home, 6-1 on the road. Incredible. 3-2 in the division, 7-3 in the conference, 5-0 against the NFC at the AFC. Great job by the Seahawks. They've won 5 in a row. Right now, them and the Niners are the 2 hottest teams, along with the Vikings. Look at the Vikings. Look at them. They're going to finish either 9-8 or 8-9. Congrats to them. They found their quarterback. They steered the ship. And I think Detroit will finish last. How scary is that? The sorry-ass Lions will have a 4th-place schedule next year. Next year, they play the... Let me get it right now. They play the AFC East. Wow. Trips to not Miami and New England. Buffalo and the Jets at home. Wow. Them and the Bears got that schedule. The other way around, Patriots and Dolphins go to Lambeau and to Minnesota. I'm going to tell you right now, Minnesota will be, here first. Minnesota will bounce back big next year. They will. They will. So, the playoff picture is getting clearer and clearer. Texans will win today. The Colts are eliminated. I think the Colts are eliminated anyway. And they play next Sunday. If they do and it means something to the Colts, that game will be at 1 o'clock. So the Colts still got hope for them. Meanwhile, as I'm still up here talking, I gave my synopsis on the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins will be a good team. Probably you'll see the turnaround in 2027 for Dolphin fans. But what we have to do right now is gas out the Dolphin community. Get them out of here. They're scum, led by the great Eric McIntosh, and I'm being facetious here. And my mission is to do that. So prayers for our boy Itas. Happy New Year to everybody. I'll be back on in exactly 2 hours and 45 minutes from now. And enjoy your football. I know I am. Um, Great game today. I will skip the Green Bay game. Up here, I'll be back for the Battle of Alberta as the Oilers and Flames will go round 3 tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern. I'll be on here at 9:55 Eastern. Maybe I'll come on a little earlier to do the wraparound of the early games around the NHL. Not everybody's playing tonight, to tell you that. And how about the San Antonio Spurs? They have swept OKC this year, 3-0. And gave OKC their 3 losses this year. Wow. Who would have thought? So the Thunder coming back to earth a little bit. I'm being funny about that, but what a job by San Antonio sweeping them this year, and swept them before Christmas. On Christmas Day, they finished the sweep. And shout out to Mr. Miami. I'll see him later today. And everybody else who pulls up in here. And the Dolphins are in good hands. They finally got building blocks by their own draft picks. Paul, a second rounder, Achane, a third rounder, the left guard, a second rounder, Brooks, free agency, Sealer off the scrap heap, Waller off the scrap heap. And they'll either groom Quinn Ewers or they'll draft the quarterback. We'll see. We'll see. So the Dolphins, to me, are moving forward, and I'm happy about that. So I will see you all at 4:35 Eastern for the Chargers and the Texans. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for being here.